All right, boom. Good evening, everyone. Congratulations and welcome for tonight's talk. I am Chris, and to those watching, could you guys comment? Hi, Chris. Right? And today, I am basically in charge of welcoming Doc June as he talks about Coach June, 3 reasons why you haven't achieved what you want in life. Okay? So, how many of you are excited to greet and learn from Doc June? Type me in the comments. I'm excited. Yeah, thank you, Leah. Yeah, thank you, Facebook user. Good evening, Miss Marielle. Right? I love your energy, guys. And I'm also interested. Taga saan kayo? Where are you watching this video from? Are you watching from Iloilo, Manila, Cebu, or maybe outside the country? Type your location. If you're from Iloilo, type Iloilo. If you're from Cebu, type from Cebu, etc. All right? So Leah, yun, excited. Miss Marielle, very engaging. Thank you so much. All right? So, without further ado, here is, I just like to welcome our amazing coach. So for those of you who don't know him, I'm gonna give you guys a bit of a background on who exactly June Acebedo is. So Dr. June Acebedo is actually a certified neuro-linguistic programming trainer and the first and only Filipino NLP trainer from the Philippines certified by the American Board of NLP. He is a certified timeline therapy trainer, certified hypnotherapist, and hypnotherapy trainer. He is a transformational speaker, entrepreneur, and practicing optometrist. It has been his passion and mission to equip Filipinos with the right mental tools to help everyone overcome their fears, anxieties, self-doubt, and equip people with the necessary tools to win. So, how many of you, again, North Caloocan, thank you. Iloilo, Gio, thank you. How many of you are excited for Doc June this afternoon, this evening? Okay? Type me in the comments. Come on, let's bring him. Let's give him an awesome welcome. Now, without further ado, Doc June, welcome to the stage. Yun, good evening, Coach. Kamusta?
Hi, Chris. Thank you for having me. I'm so honored to be featured this evening and also to be able to give value to everyone ngayon na nanonood this evening. Thank you. Thank you so much, Chris.
Yeah, and I'll leave the stage to you, Doc. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you for this opportunity. One new mindset shift is enough to change your life. Once again, one new mindset shift is enough to change your life. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for taking time para to be with us this evening to watch this webinar. And before I forget, let me say thank you to Mr. Chris Benson for making all of this possible of pre-MOF. And I'm so fortunate and so grateful that I was given a platform to share my voice to everyone, especially kayo na nanonood. Just to give you a reason na bakit ko ginawa to, why did we decide to do this webinar is for you to bring back hope in your life. Bring back pag-asa. To ignite that hope in your life that hindi pa huli ang lahat. So, how many of you here has been financially stable? Okay naman finances nyo, pero you still feel incomplete sa buhay ninyo. Can you type me? Ayun, thank you. And how many of you here na no matter how much you tried, lahat-lahat na lang binigay ninyo, pero parang feeling nyo kulang pa rin? Can you type me in the chat box? Ayan, thank you. This evening, you will realize and learn why is that the reason. Why no matter how hard you try, parang may kulang pa rin. There are still things in your life na hindi mo maabot-abot no matter how abundant you are already financially. Kumbaga, okay ka na financially, pero something's missing in my life. I still feel that baggage. Kumbaga, may bigat pa na akong pinapasan. Yung galit, yung lungkot, yung takot. Do you also feel that? So who am I? Let me introduce again myself. I'm Coach June Acebedo. I'm an optometrist by profession. So if you're familiar with Acebedo Optical, I'm already the 4th generation. Unlike my relatives and my parents, I had to start from the bottom. Kumbaga, I had to really start from the bottom. I became an employee because what happened during the 90s, we experienced a lot of financial difficulties. Kumbaga, nabaon kami sa utang during the 90s. I don't know if you've experienced being so deep in debt. Baon na baon ka sa utang na puro utang na lang yung topic sa buhay, sa bahay, sa family namin. What happened was, during the 90s, my parents, they borrowed around 1 million pesos. And then, what happened was, we were trapped in debt because of the Asian financial crisis. So, yung nangyari, lumobo yung utang namin. And that has been the issue ever since. And even after college, what happened was, we were still trapped in debt. And akala ko dati, kasi during that time, sabi ko, ito na yung opportunity ko, magiging doktor ako. And I had a fallback, kumbaga yung clinic namin. But life took a different turn. No? What happened was I worked in our clinic for 1 year, but because of our financial difficulty, I decided to work for others. So I became a teacher in our college, and then also, during that time, after a year, I was so fortunate to transfer to an eye center in Cebu. And alam nyo ba, during that time, I was able to meet a lot of very successful individuals. And one thing that stood out the most sa kanila was that a lot of them started from rags to riches. Kumbaga, hindi naman sila pinanganak na mayaman. A lot of them really came from a poor background. And they were able to turn their life around. And sabi ko, kung kaya nila, bakit hindi ko mabago-bago yung buhay ko? Diba, what's in them na wala sa akin? That's what I was asking myself. Surely, hindi naman ako, kumbaga, pinanganak na malas, right? Na sila lang pala yung pwede. There must be a process that all of them are doing that they were able to transform their life. And during one of those days, I was around 27 years old. And during one of those lunch breaks, I don't know if you've experienced that, yung parang may quarter life crisis ka, and I experienced that. I asked myself, hanggang dito na lang ba ako? And during that time, I could not even afford my future family the life that I want for them. Kumbaga, yung sinisweldo ko kulang pa sa sarili ko, what more sa magiging pamilya ko. And I really wanted to turn my life around. So what happened was, a few years back, I was so fortunate that I was able to read a book. It was a personal finance book, and it taught me techniques on how to manage my finances properly. So yung ginawa ko, during that time na parang gusto ko nang baguhin yung buhay ko, in-apply ko yun. I accounted my income, my expenses, sinulat ko. And did you know that after 3 to 4 months, I was able to figure out kung saan pala pumupunta yung pera ko. And during that time, I realized that a bulk of what I'm earning went to vices. Kasi before, ang lakas ko magyosi, ang lakas ko rin uminom. So when I was able to figure that out, I made changes in my life. And true enough, after 2 years of preparation, I was able to transition from an employee to an entrepreneur. I was able to put up my own clinic here dito sa Iloilo. I transferred here in Iloilo. And alam nyo ba, yung first clinic ko was just this big. Maliit lang na room. But it was enough to change my life. And because of that, I told myself that meron talagang process. There is a proven process that kung alam mo lang, it doesn't matter if you're a college undergraduate or you're even a high school, di ka pa nakagraduate sa high school. Did you know that what we learn in school is only 10% of success? Once again, what we learn in school is only 10%. So naging summa cum laude ka, congratulations, that's only 10%. You still need to be equipped with the 90%. And what's that 90%? How to interact with other people, how to develop communication skills, your emotional quotient, how to handle your money, where to invest your money. So lahat yon kailangan mo to become successful in life. And during the course of this transformation, when I was finally able to see solid results sa buhay ko, alam mo yung sinabi ko, you deserve to know all of this. You deserve to know all of this kasi it's so unfair. Let's say, ako lang, or iilan na kami, yung may alam sa paraan na pwede naming baguhin yung buhay namin. Why not ikaw rin? Why not you? Right? Are we okay? Can I get a thumbs up ba? If you're getting value from this one. So are you excited to get so much value? Did you know? Isa lang from this evening that you will apply in your life. Tama na magbabago yung buhay mo. Because this webinar is not a webinar designed only for knowledge. Once again, this webinar is not only designed for knowledge because knowledge is not power. What? Knowledge is not power? Sabi nila, knowledge is power daw. The reality here, the truth there is that applied knowledge is power. What you do with the knowledge that you learn to help you get the results that you want in life, that's where power comes in. Kasi marami namang tao who are bookish, right? Dami nilang binabasa, ang daming knowledge, pero hanggang utak lang. They don't really apply it in their life to improve their life. Not only their life, but to improve other people's lives. So this evening, our webinar here is a action taking webinar. Are we okay with that? So these are the three things that I want you to remember. Number one, your mind is a powerful tool. And this evening, I will teach you how to utilize your mind. And number two, we can't do it on our own. And number three, there are many different vehicles na pwede mong sakyan towards wealth. Hindi lang employment. Okay, so once again, your mind is a powerful tool. And number two, you can't do it on your own. And number three, there are many different vehicles towards wealth. I remember a story. Let me share with you a story. And this story is about a horse. And this horse, what this horse does is that this horse would pull the kalesa from town to town. Ginagawa niya, every day, yung kabayo na to, it would pull the kalesa from town to town. And alam naman natin yung mga kabayo, di ba, that pulls a kalesa, meron silang blinders. Merong ganito na blinders. So, every day na lang, town to town, yan lang yung ginagawa niya. And that horse would always feel so miserable, no? And ang masaklap pa dyan is that horse would always be, kumbaga, inaabuso ng may-ari niya. And sabi ng kabayo, is this the life that I was destined to live? Ito na lang ba talaga yung buhay ko? Everyday pa, ulit-ulit, balik lang ako ng balik. Ito lang yung nakikita ko. At the same time, pag uwi ko sa bahay, minamaltrato pa ako. And the horse was slowly losing hope. Nawawala ng pag-asa yung kabayo. And then, one day, while the horse was traveling, yung nangyari was that natanggal yung bulong ng kalesa. And when that happened, so the kalesa had to stop in the middle of the road. So between ng dalawang community, dalawang village. So nasa gitna sila. And then what happened, while they were in the middle of the road, merong batang babae. What the little girl did was that pinuntahan niya yung kabayo and then she took off the blinders. She took off the blinders. I remember a story about two friends. Dalawang magkakabarkada. And alam nyo ba, yung dalawang magkakabarkada na to, it was their long-time dream talaga to open their own restaurant. So what happened is that they saved money. They worked hard, they saved money, and after a couple of years, nakapag-save na sila, and finally, they were able to open their own restaurant. Naglagay sila ng sarili-sarili nilang negosyo. At first, what happened was, they were the one manning each of their business. Sila yung nagluluto, sila yung nagde-deliver. Pero what's different with friend A? Let's call friend A Peter. What's different with Peter was that Peter would always invest in himself. He would join courses, would go trainings. And then let's call friend B, John. And what's different with John was that he didn't invest in himself. So what happened, after 1 to 2 years, si John, okay na kasi puro income talaga yung nakukuha niya. Well, Peter, yung nangyayari kay Peter, he was putting his finances in himself. He's investing in systems. And then alam nyo ba, on the 3rd year, Peter finally was able to I remember another story about a fisherman. Mangingisda. This fisherman, his dream was to be one of the best climbers out there. And merong mountain sa community nila na wala pang nakaka-climb. And what he did, he prepared for that mountain. So it took him a lot of weeks and months. And then finally, what happened to that fisherman was that during the day that he was scheduled to climb, he easily conquered that mountain. And upon reaching the top ng mountain, ng bukid, meron siyang nakita na mas maganda pang bukid. Sabi niya, ang ganda. Ako pa yung unang nakakita nito. And what happened was that after going down that mountain, he immediately climbed that mountain. And what happened next was that he faced an accident. So what he did was that he prepared again for a couple of months. And this time, hindi lang months, pero years of preparation for that mountain. And during that day, when he was already about to climb that mountain, moving forward, everyone, I want to teach you some principles that you can apply in your life. This is what we call cause and effect. Cause and effect is not the cause and effect that we learn in English, but this is a way of thinking. Way of thinking. But most of us who are neurolinguistic programming practitioners, we embody this. What is cause and effect? Effect means that if you are at the effect side of life, binibigay mo yung personal power mo sa ibang tao to different circumstances. You're giving your power to your partner, kasi kasalanan ng mister ko, kasalanan ng misis ko, kasalanan ng parents ko, kasalanan ng gobyerno. And you feel helpless. Wala kang power, right? If only nagbago sila. But let's try a different kind of thinking. Baguhin natin. And with this webinar, why not apply this in your life? That's being at cause. At cause means I'm in charge of my life, therefore, ako ang in charge sa resulta sa buhay ko. Right? So it means that no matter what's happening outside, kahit pa ano yung nangyayari sa gobyerno natin, I still have the power to change my life. I'm at cause. So it means that even if pinanganak akong mahirap or wala akong opportunities dati, I can make opportunities for myself. And alam nyo ba, when I learned that last 2020 and I applied that mindset in my life, I was able to turn my life around. Nabago ko yung buhay ko in just less than 1 year. Imagine discovering that. That's why I always tell people, one new mindset shift is enough to change your life. Meron ka lang isang bagong natutunan and i-apply mo sa buhay mo, that's enough to give you the results that you want. Okay, back to the principle, reasons versus results. Right? If you think about it, are you focused on reasons ba? Kasi walang pera. Kasi ang hirap ng buhay. Reasons versus results means that if you want to change your life, you need to focus on results, resulta. Kung hindi mo nakukuha yung gusto mo ngayon sa buhay, what do you need to do to change your life? Right? Hindi pwede kasi wala akong pera, kasi walang opportunities. Then create the opportunities that you need in your life. So if you are at cause and you focus on results, then you become empowered. Empowerment. Diba gusto nating to be empowered? Because there's no such thing as failure, only feedback. Once again, there's no such thing as failure, only feedback. So, if you experience failure, or ikaw mismo, sometimes what you do is you put the blame to yourself. It's just an indication that it didn't work. Hindi gumana. What do I need to do next, right? Some people kasi, they don't put their power outside, they put it inside, pero they blame themselves. Kasi ganito yung nangyari because of what I did. Nobody's perfect. Everyone makes mistakes. It's about time that you learn from those. Because there's no such thing as failure, only feedback. Feedback on how to do it better the next time around. That's what's amazing with this one. Because anytime we can just decide to change our life. Anytime we can just decide to change our life. So, okay lang ba? During this whole webinar, to be at cause, and I want you to have that mindset. Not only during this webinar, but have that mindset even after our webinar. To be at cause. Doesn't matter if I'm 60 years old, 70 years old, I didn't graduate high school or college. Everything that we need to become successful is within us. Nasa atin na. Kailangan lang natin i-maximize and gawin and use it to our advantage. Okay ba? Because if I was able to turn my life around, what's preventing you? Okay, think about it. What's preventing you? Ano yung pumipigil sa'yo ngayon from turning your life around? And what would happen, let's say 6 months from now, kung na-solve mo yung problema mo? What would happen in 6 months' time if you were able to solve all your challenges in your life? Think about that. Hindi yung why. Bakit nagkakaganito yung buhay ko? Bakit walang pera? Bakit hindi ako masaya? Instead, how? How can I be happy? How can I afford this? What do I need to do to increase my income? Because everything you need is within you. You just need to learn new mindsets and processes to help you change your life. Okay, so let's go to our first principle. For you to become successful and fulfilled in your life, you need to have the right wealth mindset and mental tools. Again, you need to have the right mindset and mental tools. Alam mo, what's very sad, no, is that we were required to go to school, right? To learn all those tools and techniques for our profession. But hindi tayo naturuan paano i-handle yung mga negative emotions natin. I don't know if you're familiar with or I don't know if narinig mo na sa buhay mo yung sinasabi nila na ibaon mo na lang sa limot yung galit mo sa buhay. Ibaon mo sa limot yung takot or kalimutan mo na yan. Diba? But how do you exactly do that? What is the process behind letting go of the past? Because did you know that your negative emotions and limiting beliefs are your filters? Let's say, merong galit sa buhay mo dati na hindi mo ma-release ngayon, and akala mo nakalimutan mo na yung galit mo sa buhay. Did you know that it will express in your life sometimes? Lumalabas siya sa pamilya natin. And ikaw mismo, what would you probably say? Kasi ganito ako pinalaki. This was how I was brought up. Right? We always use that as an excuse, right? Reasons. And have you asked yourself, what kind of relationship do you have? Kasi ganito ako pinalaki. Dapat ganyan din. Right? Tapos nasasaktan na pala yung anak mo. Nasasaktan na pala yung partner mo. Because we were not taught how to let go of our negative emotions and limiting beliefs. And what's amazing is that meron palang paraan on how we can let go of the trash sa utak natin. And this evening, I'm here to give you that hope, to equip you with the right tools, to help you maximize your mind to work for you. Kasi at the end of the day, pwede mo namang piliin kung ano yung iniisip mo. You have a choice what to focus on. So ano ba talaga yung iniisip mo? What is that main thought that you always focus on? Problema ba? Walang pera? Or having a happy family, a prosperous business, or being able to fulfill your purpose and make a difference in other people? Because you have a choice. Once again, what you learn in school is only 10% to help you succeed in life. So, sa mga hindi pa nakagraduate sa college or high school or grade school, huwag kayong matakot. Kasi, you still have that 90% to become successful. If you have that 90%, bahala na, right? If you haven't finished everything. Because what's needed in life are practical life skills. How to build better relationship with other people. What is your character? What kind of person are you? Anong klaseng tao ka? How do you manage your finances, di ba? If you think about it, there are mayaman na kriminal and criminals who are poor, right? And then there are good people who are rich, and there are good people who are poor. Ano ba yung pagkakaiba sa kanila? The difference there is that they know how to manage and grow their money. They know how to manage and grow their money. That's the only difference there, because personal finance is a life skill that you need to also know. If you don't know how to manage and grow your money, no matter how big the amount you're earning, you will still lose it in the long run. That's why you need to have personal finance. You need to learn about personal finance. Importante talaga yan. But you need to also change your mindset towards wealth, right? Para you can absorb all those techniques and principles. Alam mo ba that negative emotions like anger in your life, sadness, fear, hurt, and guilt is the one truly weighing you down. Alam mo, when I learned the process called timeline therapy, that was the first time that I was able to finally let go of all my anger sa buhay. Sabi ko, posible pala to. I felt so light. And I told people that, alam mo, this is the missing link. You can finally forgive and forget. Forgive the past, forget the emotions, and learn the lessons that are being taught sa buhay mo para hindi na maulit muli ang mga nangyari sa buhay mo. Because I don't know if you've noticed this, that there are instances in your life that keeps on repeating itself, right? Paulit-ulit na lang. Nangyari 5 years ago, 10 years ago. Ngayon, ganun pa rin. It's because you still haven't learned the lesson being taught sa buhay mo. And what's amazing is that there is a process that all of us can use to finally help us let go of our negative emotions and limiting beliefs. Kasi hindi enough yung mga natutunan natin kung nandyan pa rin yung mga galit mo sa buhay. Yeah, you can be successful, you can have all that money in the world, but still there is that burden, right? Na dala-dala mo, pasan-pasan mo. That heaviness in your life. No matter how successful you are, you still feel that there is that burden. Why not unload that burden? Why not unload that burden? Did you know that 80% of success is mindset? Okay, who here? Sa mga nanonood ngayon, sino sa inyo would also want to become successful in your life? Can I have a hands up? Or type in me in the chat. And who here wants to live a purpose-driven and fulfilled life? Can you type me in the chat? Did you know that no matter how much you learn about personal finance and investment, kung mali yung 80% mo about money or about success, you will still sabotage your success. I don't know if you've experienced that. Dumadami yung pera mo, biglang nawawala. Dumadami yung pera mo, biglang may guilt. Because of that guilt, you sabotage yourself. And alam mo, it's not your fault. It's the programs that were installed in all of us because we were conquered, di ba? Na-colonize tayo dati for more than 300 years ng mga Spaniards. So what happened because of that, our grandparents and even our parents, yun yung napasa sa kanila. Di ba? Money is the root of all evil. So even if you had money, you would still feel guilty because of that guilt. Di ba yung sinasabi nila, okay pa, walang pera. Basta, malapit tayo. Right? Have you heard that? Have you heard about that? Okay na walang pera. Honest, we need money. You need money. You need money to finance your life. Why not be financially abundant na hindi mo na iniisip yung pera, and at the same time, you can already focus on what you are meant to do, your purpose, right? That's why before you grow your wealth, you need to change how you think towards wealth. Dapat ikaw mismo handa ka. I was able to read a book, and the author gave this very, very concrete story. Sabi ng author was that, imagine buying a very expensive laptop, no? And then nung dinala mo siya sa bahay, pag on mo ng laptop, tinype mo dog. Dog, D-O-G. Pero yung lumalabas sa screen is C-A-T, cat. Ano ba naman to? Dog, D-O-G ng D-O-G ka dyan, C-A-T yung C-A-T yung lumalabas sa screen. Ano yung may problema? Ang mahal-mahal ng laptop ko, ang hardware ba yung may problema? And then next day, when you went back to that store, what happened was the laptop was installed with a wrong program. Maling programa. So no matter how hard or how frequently you typed in D-O-G or dog, cat yung lumalabas, yun yung nakaprograma. So think about that. Are your programs supporting you towards wealth? Or are your programs keeping you where you are right now? I remember a story, 2016, no? Just like you, I was also trapped in debt before. And during that time, I really, kumbaga, I was not the person that who you see right now. Kumbaga, I was that type of father, the hindi ka-ideal father, not the ideal husband. I was that person. I was full of anger in my life, frustrations, and then during that time, I was so deep in debt that yung family ko, they were the ones who would get the brunt of my anger. Sa nila ko, kumbaga, pinapasabog yung galit ko. Kasi baon tayo sa utang. Marami tayong kailangan bayaran. And what happened next was that my wife gave me a book during my birthday. No? Binigyan niya ako ng book. And alam mo ba, because of that book, sabi ko sa wife ko, sa lahat ng binigay mo na gift sa akin, this gift is one of the most memorable and important gifts that you gave me in my life. Because that book alone, when I read that book, sabi ko, bakit hindi ko alam to? Bakit hindi ko alam to na meron palang ganitong pag-iisip? Alam mo ba, when I applied the principles in the book, which I am teaching you now, I was able to pay off my bad debts in just 2 years. Na-close ko na yung mga negosyo ko, nababayaran ko pa rin yung utang ko. Pero this time around, it's different. Because I knew with the right mental tools, I know already kung saan ako papunta. And I believe that I can change my life. And I did. I was able to change my life. That's why I am here. Para sabihin sa'yo na merong paraan. There is a proven process that you need to know. And once you master that, anything that you want in life, you will achieve. Anything that you want in life, you will achieve. Because it's really not about the money, right? If you're already 20,000 pesos, baka you're already contented with that. There's nothing wrong with that. What I want from you is not only to have financial freedom, but to be fulfilled in all areas of your life. Your relationship, you're happy, yourself, you're contented. Yan yung gusto ko. Because what happened to me was that was the biggest blessing that I got. Being able to fix my relationship with my family, naayos ko yung relationship ko sa anak ko, sa wife ko, and just become a better person. And alam mo what happened next? Abundance came in. Bonus. Bonus na yung financial abundance. And when I experienced that, sabi ko, ikaw din, you need to learn this. Diba? Kasi kawawa naman tayo kung palagi na lang nating sinasabi na hanggang dito na lang ako. Pinanganak akong mahirap, ang malas ko naman. And what's amazing, if you want to change your life, you can change your life. Just have to decide. Okay, going back to the solution, Tony Robbins said that 80% of success is mindset. So let me ask you this. Ano ba yung 80% mo ngayon? What's your 80%? So let me tell you this story to you. Have you ever wondered, no, that elephants in the zoo, in the circus, bakit hindi sila, why don't they force themselves to be free, right? Ang laki-laki naman nila. Pwede naman nilang patapakan yung mga tao dyan just for them to be free. What happens there is that when the circus owners would acquire an elephant, what they do is that they would go to an elephant farm somewhere in Africa or Asia, and they would donate millions, right, for that one baby elephant. Tapos yung gagawin nila, they would fly that elephant sa circus nila. And I don't know if you've seen in the middle of the circus, merong pole. What they do is that merong chain, merong necklace, yung parang ganyan, di ba? Tapos nakakadena, papunta sa pole. And every day, they would put that baby elephant there. And that baby elephant would struggle. That baby elephant would want to be free. After a couple of years of trying, the baby elephant, na lumaki na, would lose hope. and it would stop itself from fighting. And then nung nakita na nila na hindi na parang hindi na bumabato or hindi na the elephant's not fighting back, what they do is they remove the chain. But they still have that collar sa elephant. Because of that collar, the elephant would always think that it was its chain. Imagine, that collar would give that elephant the impression na nakakadena pa rin yung elepante. So what's your collar in your life? What are your beliefs that's putting you down? Di ako magaling mag-English. I'm not good enough. Hindi ko kaya yan. Did you know that those are limiting beliefs? Beliefs that we acquired when we were growing up. Hindi naman totoo, but because a lot of people said that to you, unconsciously, naniwala ka na totoo yan. Because in reality, you have the decision to change your life. But I can't afford that. Who told you that you can't afford that, right? Other people? But if you just have the right process, you can always afford that. You're not good enough. Pag-practicean mo everyday hanggang ma-master mo. Did you know that I didn't start off like this? I didn't used to speak like this as well. I had to develop it for a couple of years. Hindi ganito yung parang magic. Ganito na ako magsalita. Until now, I still have all those feedback that I need to improve. But still, this is what I want. I want to create positive change in your life. And being here, talking, I enjoy this. Because malay natin, isa sa inyo dyan watching this, ito pala yung kailangan mo to find clarity, to change your life for the better, to get that life that you want. Who am I to deprive that from you? Right? Kasi I've already proven it that we can change our life. You can change your life. You just need to apply the skills in your life. So let me share with you, ano ba yung ginagawa ko, right? Neurolinguistic programming. What is neurolinguistic programming? Neurolinguistic programming are mental tools and techniques to help you achieve your goals in life and the desired life that you want. How amazing is that? It's an attitude and methodology that leaves behind a trail of techniques. Kumbaga, in short, neurolinguistic programming are tools na pinag-aaralan natin para ma-discover natin kung sino ba talaga tayo. And what's preventing us from achieving the life that you want? And what do we need to change within ourselves? That's why it's so powerful. That's why when I discovered this, sabi ko, bakit hindi alam ng mga Filipinos about neurolinguistic programming and timeline therapy? Why are we all trapped in our minds? You think that you are free, but in reality, you are trapped by your negative emotions, yung limiting beliefs mo, yung iniisip mo. Right? No matter how successful you are, you're still not satisfied. No matter how abundant you are, hindi ka pa rin masaya. Bakit? How can we change that? There is a technique. Okay, are you still okay? Are you getting value from this? Do you know someone na palagi nila sinasabi, alam mo kung may problema ako, napaparalyze ako sa problema ko. Do you know someone? Or are you like that? Na kahit maliit na problema lang, parang ang laki-laki ng problema, hindi ka na makagalaw, hindi ka na makapag-isip. Did you know there's a technique? Because literally, if you think about it, if you are like that, because I was like that before, alam mo, yung maliit lang na problema, parang, natataranta na ako. Because literally, in our mind, the problem that we see in our mind are so big. Ang laki-laki ng problema natin na feeling natin parang kasing laki ng mundo na hindi tayo makagalaw. So, do you want to know about a practical technique na pag na-master mo, makakaya mong ma-adjust ang nafe-feel mo? Do you want to know a technique? Now, when you master it, hindi mawawala yung problema mo, but you have a tool that you can utilize anytime to help you think better. Okay ba? Good. How do we do this? So let me ask you right now, do you have a specific challenge sa buhay mo ngayon? Meron, right? So that specific challenge, do you have a picture of that in your mind? Meron ka bang picture sa utak mo? Do you have a picture? Okay, great. So this is how you do it. You can open your eyes or you can close your eyes when we do this exercise. What I want you to do is that, let's just close your eyes. Okay? Para you could really imagine it. I want you to close your eyes right now. Pikit natin yung mga mata natin. And then, I want you to visualize that problem that you have in your life. Specific problem that you have in your life. And while you're visualizing it, I want you to change the color of that picture. Gawin mong black and white. What I want you to do is that after making it into black and white, make it dark. Change the brightness to dark. Mute the sounds. And then I want you to step out of that picture na nakikita mo yung sarili mo sa loob ng picture na yan. And as fast as you can, shrink that picture, paliitin mo yung picture, i-push mo sa sobrang layo. Then, just like a plastic container na nilalock nila yung container, ilock natin. Good. Open your eyes. Okay, nakapag-dinner ka na ba? Have you had dinner? So, let me ask you this. How do you feel about the problem now? Right? Kung ginawa mo siya ng tama, how do you feel about the problem now? When we shrunk the image of your struggle and push it so far, right? Nawala yung feelings. Kung ano yung nafe-feel mo towards the problem. Siyempre, the problem will not disappear, but you can already think straight. Hindi ka na yung parang napaparalyze. Anong gagawin ko? You can already think straight. That's how practical that is. Right? If you know this, if you have a challenge in your life, you can just utilize that technique. Gamitin mo yung technique na yun para makapag-isip ka ng tama and find better ways on solving your problem. Hindi yung parang stuck ka. Kawawa naman ako. Hindi ko masolve yung problema ko. But there is always a process towards changing your life. Okay, so far, do you have any questions? Feel free to type in your questions if you have any. Okay? So, ano ba yung next na kailangan natin? Kailangan mong matutunan. You need to find the right mentors. Need to find the right mentors. I always thought that kaya kong umasenso na ako lang. But in reality, there were people that I met along the way that guided me. And these mentors that I met, they helped me turn my life around. Imagine, kasi natuto ako sa kanila, and also based on their experience, I was able to apply it in my life. Nagbago yung landas ng buhay ko. That's why you need to find the right mentors. Find mentors, let's say, in finance, in investment. Minsan kasi yung mga tinatanong natin, yung mga kaibigan natin, kasama natin sa trabaho, pamilya natin, na hindi naman sila into that industry or that line. Sila mismo may pinagdadaanan din. Alam mo, it's really very practical. Even if you invest, magbayad ka sa tao na expert in what you need to learn kasi it will cut your journey. Sometimes we want to save money and do it on our own. Experience. Gusto ko to trial and error, right? But because of that mindset na trial and error, you're losing a lot of years along the way. What if you invested in a program na instead of you losing 10 years or more of your life, you'll find clarity in just 1 to 2 months. Alam mo na yung gusto mo. Alam mo na kung saan ka papunta. How will your life be different pag ganun? Right? Why not invest in yourself? And alam mo, when I invested in the right people, I was able to develop my speaking skills. So these are some of my mentors. Okay, thank you for that one. So these are some of my mentors. Mr. Jason Law, I honor you. And si Coach Bam, Mr. Jason Law is my mentor in public speaking. And also, si Coach Bam, he is my mentor. No, he is my mentor in coaching. And I would honor him. He passed away a few months back. He has been very instrumental in my life. I wouldn't be here without Coach Bam, Bam Santiago. And alam mo, Coach, wherever you are right now, I owe everything to you. And I'm so thankful and grateful that you have been part of my life. And who else? My NLP trainer friends who are based all over the world. Adriana James. All of them, James, they have been instrumental in my growth because of their eagerness to share their wisdom and knowledge, and me, I applied it readily in my life, nagbago yung buhay ko. And si Jim Rohn. Okay, next. So imagine, don't wish it was easier, wish you were better. Don't wish for less problems, wish for more skills. Don't wish for less challenge, wish for more wisdom. Alam mo, nung nabasa ko to from Jim Rohn, I knew that life will just be a challenge, right? Hindi magiging madali ang buhay natin. Pero once we have the right skills, we can handle whatever challenges life throws at us. Imagine, because of him, I read his book, I watched his webinars, I was able to change my mindset. So kung wala kang mentor ngayon, who is, kung baka kilala mo, you can have authors as mentors. Learn from their stories, learn from their books. So sila kasi yung first mentors ko din. And one of my mentor who is the brother-in-law of my mother, he really changed my life. He passed away during the COVID, and I would always honor him, no, si Engineer Baldomar, Ronnie Baldomar, because yung kwento niya, alam nyo, just to share his story, he came from a second family. Tapos, in one of the fishing towns here in Antique, dun sila. And then, alam mo, what's amazing with him was that when he was 18 years old, he decided to go back to school. At 18, nagsakay siya ng bus, papunta sa Iloilo, and then rode a boat going to Bacolod, and then he went sa mga relatives niya, pumasok siya, and then he went to school, at bumalik siya sa high school. And at 18, he went back to school, first year high school siya, and he was able to turn his life around. And nung college siya, he's an engineer. Sabi niya, nagmamasa sila ng asfalto. And after that, he was able to create a lot of business and investments. Imagine, here's this person who came from rags and was able to transform his life. Sabi ko, kung kaya niya, bakit hindi ko kaya? Right? What's preventing me? And it's all about mental tools. Mental tools lang pala yung kulang. That's why I am here to remind you na merong tamang process, everyone. Okay? Third, that you need to know is that learn about different vehicles for wealth. Most of you are familiar that one vehicle to wealth is employment, right? You need to be employed kung wala ka talagang pondo, wala kang pamilyang mayaman, right? Whatever work that you can, pumasok ka para may pumapasok na pera kung wala ka pang kapital. But there's other forms of vehicles that you can use like business, real estate, stock market. Ang daming pwedeng paglagyan ng pera. So if you're telling me, Coach, I love what I'm doing. I love my work. I love my colleagues. I'm not telling you to quit your work. Hindi kita sinasabihin mag-resign ka. But you just need to work smart. Manage your finances properly. Then put money at the sides. Mag-invest ka. Put it in the stock market, bonds. So whatever vehicle, real estate, para kung may mangyari sa'yo, and hindi mo na kaya magtrabaho, hindi mahihirapan yung pamilya mo kasi walang pumapasok na income. And when you grow old, you have income na pumapasok that will sustain you for the rest of your life. That's why you need to work smart. Work hard at first, but you need to work smart. You need to treat your money as your workers. Yung sweldo mo, hindi lang yan sila pang enjoy-enjoy. Dapat isipin mo na, how can my money grow more money? Right? So it's very important that you also educate. This is the 20% already. Kasi no matter how business-minded you are, how proficient you are in investment, magaling ka sa real estate, kung mali pa rin yung 80% mo, babalik at babalik ka pa rin kung saan ka galing. You need to first fix your mindset before you go into investments. That's why, I don't know if you've experienced this, no? Ang dami mo ng negosyo na pinasukan. Dami mo ng mga MLM, distribution, kahit ano-ano. Pero para puro palpak pa rin. And you ask yourself, ay, hindi talaga ako para sa negosyo. But haven't you asked yourself, what do I need to change in my mind to give me the results that I want? Haven't you reflected on that? Baka meron ka lang kailangan ayusin sa pag-iisip mo, and when you fix that, you will get concrete results in your life. That's why 80% is very important. Work on yourself and work on your mindset. Let go of all your negative emotions and limiting beliefs. Kasi sarili lang natin yung pumipigil sa atin. Okay, are we clear on that? So, there are some people who will walk towards wealth. Maglalakad. 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, dun pa sila makakatikim ng kaginhawaan. Right? And while there are some people who will ride a jet towards wealth because they are the ones who invested in themselves and they work smart. So which one are you? Which one are you? Okay, so once again, these are the 3 things that I want you to remember. Your mind is a powerful tool. And we can't do it on our own. And number 3, there are many different vehicles towards wealth. So before we move forward, do you have any questions?
All right. I'm just
Yes. Sir,
I'm just
Chris?
here to support. Yeah, I'm just here to support, check yung mga comments and questions if ever. Pero great value for tonight, Doc. Really great value for tonight. How many of you got amazing value from Coach June? Type value in the chat, in the comments. And if may mga tanong kayo, this is your opportunity to ask Doc questions. And that's interesting, no? The Asian financial crisis. So madami pala sa Pilipinas affected dun. It's crazy.
Okay, so Sir Chris, no questions? Can we move forward? Okay ba?
Yep, parang walang questions, no? Sige,
Okay,
let's
good.
move forward.
So, moving forward, everyone, Let me share with you a story. No? There was this old man. And this old man who lived in one of the villages, everyone from that villages would ignore that old man. Kumbaga, allergic sila kay Lolo. Bakit? Because si Lolo sobrang negative. Reklamo, puro problema. Wala na lang magandang lumalabas sa bunganga ni Lolo. So people would try to avoid this old man because, syempre, nakakahawa yung pagiging negative, right? So one day, people started to talk. People were talking. Alam mo, si Lolo nagbago. Lolo changed. Huh? How did Lolo change? Si Lolo ngayon, nagsasmile na and positive na si Lolo. And they were so curious what happened kay Lolo. And a lot of them, they went to the house where Lolo lived. And they asked Lolo, Lolo, anong nagbago? Bakit ngayon smiling ka na? And this is what Lolo said. 80 years of my life, I've been chasing happiness. 80 years of my life, I've been chasing happiness. And just one day, I decided to enjoy life. So you have the decision to be happy. You have the choice to be happy. You just have to decide, right? You want to play another game? I want you to close your eyes. Okay? I want you to close your eyes and then I want you to think about a time that you were totally happy. Think of one specific time sa buhay mo na sobrang saya mo talaga. That you were so happy. Right? You were so happy. I want you to go back to that time. Bumalik ka sa time na yon and then pumasok ka sa sarili mo, looking through your own eyes, hearing what you've heard, feeling the feelings of being totally happy. Right? So if you've done it correctly, what do you feel right now? Meron kasi mga tao that they would say that if I earn this much, I will be happy. If nagbago ang misis ko or yung husband ko, magiging masaya ako. But in reality, happiness is just a choice. No matter what's happening in your life right now, you could just say, I decide to be happy. I am happy. I am happy. Usually, before I end my talks, I always say this to everyone. When institutions would invite me, I remember last 2020, nung naka-join ako kay Coach Bam. It was a 2-day life transformation seminar called Unbounded. And during those 2 days that I was so fortunate to join online, there was one participant. He is a family man. And then during that, after the breakout rooms, nag-open forum kami, he opened up and he said that it was the first time in his life na meron nagsabi that they were proud of him. Imagine, I think he was 35 years old. He had a family already. It was the first time in his life na meron nagsabi sa kanya that they were proud of him. And he was crying because it really is so profound, right? Someone telling him they were proud of him. And I was able to reflect in my life. And I realized when I was growing up, and even after college, I couldn't remember people saying that they were proud of me. I couldn't remember people saying, June, I'm proud of you. So if ikaw ngayon nanonood nito, and wala pang nagsasabi sa'yo na they're proud of you, let me be the first. You are amazing, and I am proud of you. I'm proud of the person that you've become. I'm proud of the challenges that you were able to overcome. I'm proud of you. Hindi ka nag-iisa. I honor you. I honor you from the bottom of my heart. You are amazing. After this, you know already na hindi ka nag-iisa because you have me. You have people that will support you in your journey. That's why I'm inviting you to change your life. Okay lang ba? You want abundance in your life? You want a better relationship with your family, even with yourself? Hindi yan siya magiging magic. But I will share with you a tool that you can use and master at your own pace na pag na-master mo, magbabago at magbabago ang buhay mo. By the way, just to give you a heads up, we are already done with the webinar. You have the option, if you want, to stop here. But if you can give me 10 to 15 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes of your time, I want to share something that has changed my life. Alam nyo, when I was able to finally put in all the pieces na kailangan mong matutunan, and na-apply ko sa buhay ko, nagbago yung buhay ko, sabi ko, you need to learn this. Kasi it took me more than 10 years to learn all of this. And why would you waste another 10 years of your life when you can learn this in just 1 to 2 months, right? That's why I want to share with you this program that I have created. Okay, this is what we call the Wealth Magnet Accelerator Blueprint. Okay, the Wealth Magnet Accelerator Blueprint is a masterclass that is already complete. You will learn all the powerful tools that you need to change your mindset. Let go of your anger, sadness, and fear. Alam mo, may mga tools dito that you will also learn how to let go of your limiting beliefs. Create powerful goals sa buhay mo para mas alam mo kung saan ka papunta. And what's amazing here is that I will reprogram your mind with the right abundance and wealth mindset. Ano yung kailangan mo matutunan muna para pag tinuro ko yung 20%, which is the finance, handa ka na. You won't sabotage your success. And what will you learn here? The first 4 sessions in Wealth Magnet Accelerator Blueprint will all be focused on yourself, on your mind. Letting go of the past. Kailangan mong ayusin sa buhay mo. Diba? What would happen in your life if you finally let go of your anger? What would happen in your life kung you finally let go of your sadness, lungkot at takot sa buhay mo? At mga limiting beliefs mo, hindi ko kaya yan, I can't afford that, anong mangyayari sa buhay mo? Not only that, I will also teach you techniques and mindset on how to reprogram your mind so that you can accept more wealth in your life. Ano ba yung kailangan ko matutunan so that I become more success-driven? What are the habits that I need to install? And aside from that, you need to learn how to manage your finances properly. Diba? Kailangan mong i-account yung pera mo. What are the things that you need to invest? Paano ka mag-budget? How many percent will I put in my savings and investment? How many percent na kailangan ko enjoy? Aside from that, I will also give you tools on how to manage your business. May mga checklist din. Kung ano yung kailangan mo matutunan para handa ka na sa negosyo na gusto mo. Kasi I know that you already want to put in your business pero hindi mo alam how to take the first step. You need to have the right tools on that. And aside from that, you need to have marketing skills, which I will also be teaching you in this masterclass, and sales. How to do sales the right way. Paano ba tayong mag-market and magbenta, right? Because Did you know that sales is one of the most important life skills? A lot of people are allergic sa pagbebenta. But in reality, if you have the right sales skills, it will really boost your income 10 times, 100-fold. And aside from that, you will also learn about how to build your tribe and brand. And tuturuan din kita how to create your online course on a budget. Do you want to have that passive income that you want? How to create your online course kung wala ka pang capital, right? And to share your expertise all over the world. So these are some of the benefits that you will get when you invest in this program. And aside from that, you also get to have a 1 to 2 hour discovery session with me. I'll give you the coaching that you need, and I'll give that for free. And a lot of bonus. You also join in our monthly meetups in our Facebook group, Change Hacker Tribe, para mabago natin, and I help you along the way. So this is my program that I'm sharing to you. If you're interested, just click the link and you will learn more mindsets, more principles, and you will learn more on how to avail that program. If you're interested, you could message me and I will also teach you how to level up your life. This program, maganda dito kasi it's self-paced. You learn it on your own. And then aside from that, you get to work with me. You have that opportunity to book in a discovery session with me. Okay, so once again, it's a wealth magnet accelerator blueprint. And it's more than 10 years worth of experience na kailangan mong matutunan. Lahat-lahat na to, I've proven it in my life before I decided to teach it to you. Kasi alam ko, pag natutunan mo to, ready na yung foundation mo. You know already the foundations in moving forward. Okay? So before we formally end, everyone, let me leave you with this one. It only takes one new mindset shift to change your life. It only takes one new mindset shift to change your life. Focus on what you want. And this is from Matthew 7, verse 7. Ask and you shall receive. Seek and you shall find. Knock and the door shall be opened. Once again, everyone, I honor you. Thank you for taking your time to be with us, be with me, be with Sir Chris this evening. I hope and I pray that you've gotten value that you could use to start changing your life for the better. So once again, I'm Coach June Acebedo, your humble servant and your friend. Good evening, everyone, and thank you.